Francis Carter, biology, Raptor biology, environmental science teacher. I've been doing this now for about 28 years. It started when I was teaching in Casey County in 90, no, it was earlier than that, 80s, in the 80s. We found an injured bird hung in a fence, and one of the local conservation officers that I called to come and get it said that the birds were being put down by all the conservation officers because they didn't have anybody in the area to do it, and wanted to know if I would do it with my biology classes. And I told him, well, you have to have state and federal permits. He said, I'll get those for you, and I thought, okay, but I didn't think he would, and he did. So it's grown to a very large facility, and with lots of kids and lots of birds, and we're just constantly working with them. We're traveling all over the state and doing things and doing little activities like this all over the place and trying to educate people about the values of raptors and how they play a good system and ecosystem. So,
that one right there. I'm Winter, and I work with Saucy, which is one of our guard owls. And we actually got her when she was younger. She came to us because the people who had her had taken her out of her nest as a hatchling and were feeding her little sausages. And so she wasn't getting the right nutrients and things, so they brought her to us. And they didn't have the paperwork and things to keep her, so we had to take her and conjugate her and keep her. So that's pretty much how she got her name, Saucy. But yeah, she's been with us ever since. She's got a little bit of an attitude. She doesn't really like people.
Oh yeah, this is Jet. He's a red-tailed hawk. He got his name because when we first got him in, he liked to jump around and do all a bunch of cool ninja flips. And so we named him kind of like Jet Li. He's really fast. Well, when he came in, all we know is he was missing his wingtip right here, and so he can't fly anymore. When a bird loses a wingtip, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but it's like if you lost your thumb. And so now he can't fly. He just goes up and he'll come back down in a circle.
This is Santi. He's from Cody, Wyoming. He's a golden eagle, as you can see from the back of his head. He's famous for sport. He was injured and they found him with a broken wing. So they inserted a pin into it, hoping that they could either release him or at least let him keep his wing. But he got infected on his way to us, and he had to actually amputate from the side down, and I'll turn so you can see it. He's missing half of his wing. We're actually very fortunate that it didn't have to be amputated above the wing because that's illegal and it would have had to be put down immediately. So they were able to cut it off right at the elbow, and we got he's 3 or 4 years old. A real sweetheart. We fed him, we hand feed him. He's spoiled, but he's really awesome. He's actually like the bald eagle to the Native Americans, and is actually a rite of passage for different things and becoming a man and other activities. That when a Native American male did something awesome, they got a tail feather of a golden eagle, and they got to go in their headdress. And that's what the Indian chiefs had made, was all of these gorgeous golden eagle feathers. These guys actually have 1,200 pounds of pressure per foot, so each foot can squeeze that. They actually hunt mountain goats, deer, small elk. If they can't kill them when they pick them up and break their spine, they'll drop them off cliffs or just take them high enough to drop them. They die and then they can
Oh my god.
Well, this is Patriot.
I'm sorry, did I get in front of you?
He is about 3 or 4 years old. We got him about a year or two ago, and we got a call about him, and they were gonna put him. We got a call from Washington State University, and they had an overabundance of eagles, so they were gonna euthanize him, but we had just lost both of our current bald eagles that we had, so we adopted him out. And when we did have him, his head, the white of his head was actually fully black, and he's in progress of maturing. And why he looks so rough right here is what they're going through, what they call molt. Molt is when they lose all their old feathers from the past year and throw in new ones. His injury is that he's missing his wingtip, and a wingtip for a bird is in which direction they fly in. So without that V-tip, they can't really fly. So he's a permanent resident here. He's immature because the way he acts and the top of his head isn't all white, it's black too. And bald eagles have around 1,200 pounds of pressure per foot. Wet and wet. Nowadays, he is actually pretty interesting to work with. He's a biter.
his red face. His name is Diablo. I have no idea how long we have had him. He actually got his name because every bird that comes in gets an AV number randomly from the it's just like our social security number, but for them. His ironically came up 666. That's just the name they gave him to fit his name. I mean, to fit his number.
Well, this is Cody. He is a black vulture. We had him since he was little. A farmer found him in a barn. And yeah, he's about 4 hours old when we brought him. Farmer found an egg in a barn that was glue down. So he got the egg and put it under the chicken. And when it hatched, it was Cody. And I can see him on the ground right now. He'll walk around like a dog, or he'll pick his head like a chicken does when they walk. And he don't really like being held because he thinks he's human. He wants to be out walking around with everybody else. And he's scared of water, snow, other birds, heights. Scared of a lot of stuff.
We mix the birds so that they don't overheat and it keeps them cool. Because they don't have sweat glands, so they don't sweat like we do. They have to pant like a dog, and so we spray them down to keep them from overheating.
Why am I chewing?
Okay, well, what it means to me is it's dealing with lives. It's just like taking care of kids or whatever. You come down and you'll feed them every day. Yeah, right after school. Thursdays we have work days. I practically live at the cages. I'm never home anymore. I'm down there all the time. Just either tending to the birds or just holding them. Building relationships is one of the main things. Probably the most important thing you can do. You go in and you'll read to your bird. Your birds will pick you. You see a bird you want to work with, and you're like, well, I probably got to build a relationship with him because he might not like me. And if a bird doesn't like you, you'll know, and they're aggressive towards you.
In 10 years, we're actually hoping to have a brand new nature center built in which we'll be able to expand all of our facilities and our presentations, and people will be able to come and see what we do a lot easier than they can now. We're hoping to have bigger shows, bigger name, just being able to work and rehabilitate more birds than we are right now. We're hoping it's going to be really big, really awesome. And in 10 years, hopefully we'll have helped many more people and many more birds. If you'd like to see anything that we actually have a Facebook page. It's Southwestern High School Raptor Rehabilitation. And just look us up. All of our events, our dates are on it, and all of the different things that we do around the state will be posted.